Hello, everybody, and welcome to the October 15th, 2018 edition of the Ephrom Josine Show. I am your host, Ephrom Josine, and being the first episode of the week, it's only fair that our first news story is something I see Thursday night just after I finish recording and would have probably covered had that not been the case. This is about voter purging, and I want you to notice who exactly is typically one in these states. First, we have Indiana purged 460,000 voters. Now, Indiana is, of course, the state our Vice President Mike Pence is from. Georgia is freezing 50,000 newly registered black voters. North Dakota is disenfranchising thousands of Native Americans. Florida's registration site went down 2 days before the deadline, and they never fixed it. That is right there how Republicans win. The answer is very simple. They cheat. This has been long established at this point. Anyone who remembers, that's what they do. And that is one of the main reasons, by the way, they're getting rid of exit polls. Because there have been 3 times the exit polls did not match up with the election. They were Illinois 1968, Nixon won according to the exit polls. Or Nixon lost according to the exit polls. He won according to the data. Florida 2000 and Ohio 2004. All 3 of those times Republicans won and we elected a Republican president. Sounds like a little bit more than a coincidence. It's simply because Republicans cheat to win. They are the party of cheating. And if you have any integrity at this point, you should not be a member of the Republican Party. That is what they do. But anyway, our main story tonight involves a man who it's clear I'm kind of a fan of. If you do not know, yes, this show is kind of inspired in a way by the guy over at Secular Talk, Kyle Kulinski. And he was going to go to Politicon this year, and still is, in fact. However, there was one thing that got in his way. That is who he was supposed to debate. Because if you do not know, and I can confirm as a member of Kyle's fan base, we love watching him debate people. We love watching him destroy people. We wish he did it far more than he did. We wish he had people on his show to debate basically every day if he could. And he was going to have a debate at Politicon this year. More specifically, he was going to debate Ann Coulter, which I thought was going to be amazing because if you do not know, I am not personally a very big fan of Ann Coulter. In fact, I did a column specifically to respond to her fans who thought she was good. That's how much I hated her. I'm willing to spite her fans by reading her books. Now, Ann Coulter is, of course, a crazy conservative. She once wrote that even Hitler would have hated her. I'm not making that up. She wrote it in one of her books. She also said D-Day was a communist plot. Again, not making that up. She's a little crazy. However, the debate was going to happen, and I had like 3 notebooks worth of jokes on Ann Coulter. But then, on October 9th, Kyle posted a video announcing that she had backed out. Whoops. Apparently, Ann Coulter just couldn't take the heat of debating Kyle Kulinski from Secular Talk. The woman who has spent 20 years saying that liberals are easy to debate. When the time came when she actually had to debate a liberal, she could not do it. Now, that's a little bit unfair, of course. After all, she debated Anna Kasparian last year at Politicon and got destroyed there as well. So maybe it was that. Maybe it was the fact that Kyle is just objectively smarter than her. I'm sorry, whether or not you like Ann Coulter, she is objectively smarter. And in case you are wondering, And I checked this out. I have not seen a single tweet by either Ann Coulter or any of her several fan pages even acknowledging Kyle Kulinski's existence. Makes you think, doesn't it? Now, some names were being floated around as replacements to Ann Coulter, most notably David Ephrom, who did not confirm or deny he even knew who Kyle was, so we'll let him off the hook. However, one other thing that was promised was a 2-on-2 debate between Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, David Pakman, and Kyle Kulinski, which Candace Owens also backed out of because Candace Owens, just like Ann Coulter, is a bit of a coward. So, just to clarify, the most famous woman, and black woman for that matter, the two women, one of them black, who have managed to escape the Democratic Party's groupthink and would tear down any liberal, any place, any time, backed out against the debate with Kyle Kulinski. It's almost like they're frauds or something. You know, it's just obvious to me at this point that these people don't actually care about debate. Now, to be fair, it wasn't just those two. Kyle reportedly even offered to do 2-on-1 and 3-on-1s with every conservative at Politicon, and still 0 of them took up the challenge. However, do not worry. They found someone for him to debate. And that is Scotty Neil Hughes. Of course it's Scotty Neil Hughes. The intellectual powerhouse of Scotty Neil Hughes. Who the heck is Scotty Neil Hughes? Oh, an RT anchor. Huh. Who's pro-Donald Trump. So the moral is, don't be too smart or you won't be able to debate at Politicon. I'm Ephrom, and good night.